this video is not for you if you have already achieved everything you wanted to and you are completely very happy with what you are now. But if it is not the case, and if you have come across this video, then just let me walk you through exactly one of the experiment here. In the screen you have 5 seconds and you have to choose any 2 ice cream according to your interest out of 3. Now if you have already chosen, now we are coming into the next slide, and here we have a list of ice cream. Now you have to choose any 2 of them. Now you have been thinking too much about this. You are being so indecisive. You're not even able to take the action that which one you should be first deciding to choose, because you have no such clarity over here which one to choose. The more option you have, the more you have the confusion over here. In the first one you have chosen very easily within just 5 seconds. With the next one you were not able to do this as easily as it was for the first slide. And the same situation is happening with you only. You want to rise up early in the morning, but you do not even want to go to the bed early. You want to have a very great fitness, but you are not even able to resist yourself to have the junk food. It just simply means that your energy has already been diverted to multiple directions, and that is what actually making you not to have any kind of clarity. And the reason, if you have not even clarity, you won't be able to take a decision that will get you to the destination which you have already set for yourself. And the same situation is happening with you. Let me just tell you that you might be ambitious, but you are not lazy. Actually, you are stuck. And today you will be able to understand the complete game. And so you will be able to escape yourself from this game. And you will be able to save yourself out of this trap in just a few minutes. And before we further proceed, and before we further exit, just ask these 3 questions so that it will make you sure that you are really going into the ambition graveyard. So the 3 questions you have to ask yourself first. The first one here is, I fantasize more than I act. I consume even 10 times more than I produced. And the third one here is, I constantly delay the day 1 and over living in the procrastination in the day 0. And here in this question, you have asked yourself, and if 2 or more of them has the answer yes, then definitely you are going into the ambition graveyard. So let me just clarify you within just 2 to 3 points. So the first one is what actually the real problem is. The experiment which we have performed in the initial of this video was done in the US in Yale University, where they have chosen 2 groups of the peoples. First one was given a very few options to choose, and the second one was given a lot of options out there. And in the end, the result was completely unexpected. The one which were given a lot of options right, they had a less of satisfaction over their chosen result. They were not even satisfied with what actually the decision they have taken. They were thinking that they might have chosen another one, but this is not the case for the one who were just given a limited option to choose from. And here it is, the clarity is you do not even have the plan. If you do not have the plans, how would you be able to do something definitely you want to do? Because you do not have the plans, you do not have the clarity, you just want to do everything you want. You want to do everything in your life that come across your life and that feels like a shiny object syndrome. So once we have understood what actually the problem is, how we are going to overcome this, what actually we want to do here is, let me just give you a 7-day challenge. Just maintain one of the diary, which will be hard copy, one of the diary, and in that diary you will have to record whatever the thing which you are going to do in the next day. It just simply means you have to list down at least 3 priority tasks, at most 3 priority tasks every single day before even you are going to the bed, and that would be completed in the next day. That's it. And make sure you're not going to use any kind of digital diary, digital notes in your laptop or computer, whatever it is. Even it is not to be in your smartphone. You just have to maintain one hard copy diary, and there only you will have to mention these 3 priority tasks, and make sure you're not exceeding this thing. Because once Brian Tracy say that if you have more than 3 priority tasks, in general I could say that there is no any priority task and you will end up a complete day achieving nothing. And that is the one reason I'm just asking you to do at most 3 priority tasks every single day. You have to start your day in advance. You just have to write it down every single day before you're going to the bed. And that should be the priority one, which you have to start from the day of tomorrow. So now we have already decided that what actually we need to do every single day. Now what we have to do is, we just have the plan. In the first one we have already explained. Now we have to just break it down in very small pieces. Let's suppose I had one of the intention, like I needed to upload 50 plus of videos in this channel itself before this 2025 ends. It just simply means at least 15 to 16 video every single month within these 3 months. And if it is the case, then what would be the target for me for the next 1 week? And every single week I have the target. And this is not just a plan. I have already listed the 50 plus of the video list, and which I am going to make in a series. And that is what actually I am going. I'm not just going to make a complete video, then after going to research on the topic which I would be making the videos. This is not going to be the case. You just have to plan in advance, then after break it down in small pieces and just go for it and do this. It just simply means one step at a time, because in those priority tasks you have to do the first one and complete it, and then after move to the another one. And that time you should not have any kind of worries that you are going to be worried about the next task. You are going to worry about the previous one. And that is the one reason I've just asked you to first complete the one and then after move to the next one. And why I have just given this way? Because once you have clear enough what actually you need to do, you have the clarity what you are going to do. And once you have the clarity, you will be able to be consistent, because you have the belief that you will be able to achieve this. And that is what actually make you to not to be getting into the trap of procrastination. And if you have came across my one of the videos, I think if you go through this once, you will never ever procrastinate, and definitely will achieve much more than 90% of the people if you would implement the same what I have already mentioned in this video. So this way we have no such clutter, no such confusions, and always remember there is no such tomorrow. You can see right now or never. Now coming to the next point, you have to journal every single day. As I have already mentioned that we'll have to maintain your diary. Before even you are going to the bed, you have to ask 3 questions to yourself. If you are already happy with your life, what you have achieved, you can skip this section. And you just have to ask 3 questions if you really want to be accountable to yourself. So these 3 questions is, every single day you have to ask what I actually need to achieve. And in order to achieve that one, the second question would be what I need to do in order to achieve that specific goals. And the third one would be what I did today itself that is going to take me towards the destination which I have already fixed for myself. And these 3 questions you have to ask every single day. And that is where you have the clarity whether you are going to take the action or not, whether you have been following through or not. This is what actually your self accountability is. And the fourth one, the last but not the least, have one of the accountability partner, because that is where you have exposed yourself to that person. Is they are going to be accountable to you whenever you are just feeling like you do not have to do, but at the same time you might be feeling ashamed to not to take the action as you have already committed of. Because always remember, your environment is even more powerful than your willpower, and I have already experienced this. If you can't believe this, definitely just experiment once and you will believe it. And that's the whole point. So be accountable to any one of the partners, and that is what actually going to get you to be consistent over something which you have really decided to go with. And if you're still in this video, I'm just going to give you one of the bonus one. And this one is very important. Currently we have been living in this era. A lot more peoples, majority of them, maybe 90% of them, is just distracted. And to win in this era is very easy. You just have to commit next 3 months and you will never be the same person. I believe in it. And definitely you will also see yourself ahead of 90% of the peoples. Because in this era, the attention and your focus is the currency, not the time, not the money. Hope you will implement all those things what we have already discussed so far. Thank you very much the time which you have given to yourself. and definitely we'll see you very soon. Till then, have a nice life.